people that might be watching that might think real estate's easy?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
So it's very eye-opening on the aspect of this is your business. This is nobody else's business.
Right.
You have to run it. You have to go out and find the business. It's not going to get handed to you. If it does, it's very rare.
And maybe suspect.
Yes.
Did you come into real estate with a side hustle mindset, or did you come into this, I want to make this my full-time career?
I can't say I wanted it to be my career. I think it was a way I was like, oh, I can do this and be home with my babies and it'll be okay. Like it's something that I can, if I need to take my children with me, it's okay. I am ready to go and help first-time homebuyers who have no idea what they're doing but are so excited to buy a home, and I can guide them and lead them and make them feel safe and secure in this purchase and know that they're not going to be house poor.
Hey friends, welcome back to More Than a Mortgage. This is a podcast where we have the opportunity and the pleasure of sharing stories with folks in our industry. I'm your host, Gavin Sessions, and today I have the absolute pleasure of hosting Laura Vaillancourt. Laura is a real estate agent here in the Boise area. She and I have had one conversation together over coffee. She brought her dad along, so that was really fun. But that being said, I don't know much of Laura's story other than one conversation. So looking forward to getting to know Laura, and I'm sure all of you will as well. So yeah, join us today on this conversation. Laura, I'm so glad that you're here today. Thanks for being part of this.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm so glad to hear that. It's awesome. Well, let's maybe just jump into it. I think this is a fun way to start it and break the ice. And you didn't have this on your notes. So this is always how we keep you on your toes. It's snowing outside today. Let's just assume we weren't working right now, because this is what this is, right? This is working, which is cool. Some people might not call this work, but I think it's one of the more fun things we get to do at work. Let's say we weren't working today. What would you be doing?
Working. No, no, today, I mean, my kids are out for their winter break.
Okay.
So I'd be probably hanging out with them, playing in the snow, because let's be real, this is the first snow we've had all year.
Yep.
And just spending time with them. I absolutely love my children.
Nice.
And I just want to make all the fun times happen.
Cool. Since you went there and now you spilled the beans that you have kids, let's talk about your family. Tell us a little bit about your family.
So I have been married for 4 years.
Okay.
I have a 12-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And they keep me very busy.
Nice.
My 12-year-old is in competitive cheer. And then the 4-year-old is in preschool, ready to go to elementary school.
Yep.
I am not. And the 1-year-old is just the little joyous little guy ever.
So 2 girls and a boy?
1 girl and 2 boys.
1 girl and 2 boys. Okay, so your middle is a boy and your youngest is a boy.
Yes. And the oldest is a girl, and thank God for her, because she is my little mini-me who helps me with everything.
That's fun. 6th grade?
7th.
7th, okay. So maybe a little bit on the younger side of 7th grade?
So she was right at the cutoff pretty much.
Got it. I've got a 7th grade girl in cheer as well.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, fun things we get to learn about each other here in real time.
Yep. So what cheer is she in?
She cheers for her middle school at Heritage.
Awesome.
So she did motions last year. And when cheer became available at school, she dropped that. And so she's been on the competitive team there and the sideline team. But it's been something that she loves a lot. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no cheer team at Imogen School. So
what school?
North Star Charter.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Very
So
cool.
she just does it at a competitive cheer area.
Nice.
Yep.
Big commitment.
Yeah. And she wants to join a bigger team next year.
Of course.
But I really am, I've been doing my research on them, and they're very faith-based.
Oh.
And as I've been watching them, they very much, before their performances, they very much give all the glory to God. And I think that is just incredible.
That's awesome.
So I was like, all right, we'll look deeper into that.
That's great. I don't want to brush by that. That's a great thought we'll come back to. What do you think of cheer competitions?
This is our 2nd year doing it, so I don't have a whole lot of knowledge into them. It's a very new environment for me. But I will have to say, as far as like the cheer that we're doing, and it hasn't been like competitive, it's still fun. And she really enjoys the aspect of trying to win, but not winning by default. And to give her that like little extra work, like not everything's just going to be handed to you.
Yeah.
But I do know that competitive cheer can get competitive on all sides.
Yeah.
Not just at the dancing cheer aspect.
Yes. Amy has a daughter in dance competition, so she can relate as well. I was more going for, And sorry, I wasn't maybe the clearest question. What do you think of the longevity of the cheer competitions? Are they hours and hours long? Are you finding you have to show up early on a Saturday and you're there the entire day?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Last year we had to do one on Mother's Day.
Oh, good.
But I mean, we were in Vegas and it was me and my daughter and
that's fun,
the 1-year-old. So we had a good time.
Cool.
But the whole day was devoted to that.
Got it.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I got to watch my daughter be just so happy and in her element.
That's great. Well, you kick things off by introducing us to your family. You said what you'd be doing if you weren't working would be spending time with your family, which is awesome. That's an amazing characteristic. Married for 4 years, you said?
Yep.
Okay, cool. What's his name?
Joey.
Joey.
Yeah.
Awesome. How'd you meet him?
Funny. We moved here from California.
Okay.
But I am a homegrown Idahoan.
Oh, whoa.
So
okay.
I grew up in Pocatello and then moved away.
Okay, so born and raised in Pocatello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Moved to California.
Uh-huh.
When did you move there?
When I was 17.
Okay, so.
I say I have dual citizenship. I was half my life in Idaho, half my life in California. Then 8 years we came back.
Got it. Well, you're not the first person that's moved from California to be on the show. Shocking,
no,
right? You're
not
the first person that's moved to Idaho from California. But I think you might be the first that was born here and then moved to California. Mm-hmm. And now you're back.
Yeah.
That's a cool story. What took you to California in the first place? I think that'd be interesting to hear. Yeah. And I bet we could guess some of those things, but let's hear it from you.
So I was still not quite of age to be on my own.
Okay.
My parents separated when I was younger.
Okay.
And my mom got an opportunity for a job that would take care of us beyond what she could get here in Idaho.
Sure.
So we moved out there with some friends that we had, and that was that for a while.
So, okay, so single mom had an opportunity and makes sense, right? There's more income to be had, whatever that opportunity was. Okay.
Absolutely.
So how long did you live there?
16 years.
Oh, gosh, a long time.
Yeah.
Is your mom still there?
No.
Okay.
So we moved back together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you moved there together, moved back together.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like? Where did you move to?
So we moved to Santa Maria, which is Central Coast.
Got it.
Absolutely love it. I am an ocean girl through and through. My whole life visiting California before we moved there. Ocean first. Drop me at the ocean.
Still to this day.
Still to this day. When we go to visit California, first stop. Get me to the ocean, let my toes in the sand.
Got it.
It's just my happy place.
Does an Idaho lake with a nice beach do that for you? No.
It does not. It's just something about the waves and I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah.
There's something cool about the ocean. I mean, obviously we're underselling it here, but the gravity and it's awe-inspiring, I would say. And
absolutely.
Whenever you take a vacation to the beach, if you don't live there, it's always something that I think is very captivating. So I share that.
Absolutely. And when I lived there, I was there almost every day.
Really?
Even if I had to work, I'll go to the beach, hang out, go to work. Got it. Leave, bonfires, whatever it was. Yeah. I was like, put a little hut here, I'd be happy.
So you have to say, if you're saying something that you miss about California, that would obviously be the top of your list.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. That and Disneyland.
Okay. Still to this day, big fan of Disneyland?
I've been a Disney girl my whole life as well.
Okay. So moved to the Central Coast, which is not Disneyland.
Nope.
And then you love Disneyland. So did your family go down there quite a bit, either before you moved there or after you moved there, or how did that work?
No, we didn't go a whole lot. I went a few times when I was younger.
Okay.
And then there was an opportunity for auditions, and I went and auditioned, not thinking anything would happen, and I landed a spot to work at Disneyland. So.
And then that was while you were living on the Central Coast?
Yes. So I upped myself by myself and moved to Orange County to work at Disneyland.
Cool. And what was your job there?
Character work.
Oh, so you were a character.
I was indeed.
I thought you said audition. I was going to kind of go there and see if that may be what it was. Okay, so tell me, which character were you?
I had a few that were in my pipeline, as we call it. Friends with.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale, Goofy Son Max.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. So those ones are in full costume, right?
Yes, full character.
Not like a Mary Poppins.
Not like Tinkerbell or, Snow White or anything like that.
Yeah. Is Alice in Wonderland a character there?
She is.
Okay. I would have thought maybe Alice in Wonderland for your luck.
Everybody, whenever I said I worked at Disneyland, they're like, oh, I could have sworn you were going to say like Snow White or something like that. And I was like, nope.
Okay, so the full costume.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that feel? Was that super hot most of the time?
Absolutely. It was hot. So hot. But incredible. The memories and the stories that I have. I mean, not all of them are great.
Sure.
There are negatives.
Yeah.
The costumes are heavy. They're hot. People still think of you as a cartoon. So they might be a little more aggressive than they would with Snow White or Alice.
It's obviously a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're in a Disneyland bubble, you know.
Yeah.
The magic is there.
Yeah.
This isn't a human.
That's fun. How many years did you do it?
4.5.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Any other jobs at Disneyland?
Nope, just that.
Okay, just that job. Okay.
I had other jobs in Orange County whilst working at Disneyland.
Sure.
But yeah.
So when you were in costume, how long were you out and about?
So depending on how hot it was,
Okay.
if it was...
Temperature dependent.
Yes. So if it was anywhere below 90, you'd be out there for 30 minutes.
Okay.
When you start getting to 95s, 100s, they take 5 minutes off per.
Oh, okay.
So but then if it gets to like 115, you're going inside somewhere. You're not outside.
That's pretty rare for Orange County to get that hot, isn't it?
Oh, the first day I ever went out, it was 115.
Whoa.
And I was just like, and it was April. And they're like, why is it this hot today? And I was like, yeah, of course it's this hot today.
Jeez, that's really, really hot.
But typically they wouldn't have you out. And we were out there for 10 minutes. That was it. And then they took us back.
Nice.
And I was lovely Winnie the Pooh who had no vision.
Can't see it all?
No, there's like you have like this much, you just look your eye out. And so I definitely, since it was my first time out, couldn't see anything, had no idea where I was going.
Yeah.
I had somebody hold my hand. And
There's a handler, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you got some, I'm guessing, security guards or a couple that are...
Just the host, the handler.
Oh, yeah,
That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's
It
fun.
was good times. We got to, just making little ones' dreams come true.
Yeah.
It was just so special.
For sure. Especially Winnie the Pooh. Like, those would be really little kids that would be wanting to meet you.
Yes. Lots of littles.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So 4.5 years at Disneyland. And do you mind sharing what dates what was that? I'm just curious.
So that was 2008 to 2012.
Okay. So not all that long ago.
No.
Cool. I remember growing up going to Disneyland, and it was obviously the happiest place on earth. And I grew up in Western Washington, so it was not frequent for us to get down there. The first time I went, I think I was 11.
Okay.
And man, it was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have very nostalgic memories of the pristine cleanliness and the friendliness of the staff as well. And I don't know if my eyes are just more wide open now, but we took our kids a year ago, October. I just didn't, it just, I'm not trying to dog on Disneyland, but it wasn't as clean. It wasn't as pristine. The staff wasn't as friendly. Is that just me? Am I just an old curmudgeon at this point? Or have you been recently?
I have not been in probably 4 years.
Okay.
No, 3 years. But I could say there was a shift that happened, and it's not as clean and as magical. I think just in, everything is just a little more negative, unfortunately.
That COVID shift in our lives, right?
Exactly. And a lot of people took a really big hit there when COVID hit.
A lot of the employees, you'd say? Okay. Is that because the park closed? And did it close for very long? Do you recall?
It closed. I don't remember how long. I just had friends that worked there, and it was very stressful for them.
Okay.
And it was, not a good time for anybody.
No.
But just in the aspect, it was not something that was necessary to have open.
Yeah.
So.
Anything as we button up the Disneyland portion of your story, anything you remember that you would say was super impactful for you, that you learned, that you took away, that has an impact on how you do your life today?
I think ultimately it's just the magic that you can bring into people's lives, whether you're in costume or not. There's always a way that you can change somebody's mind and change their day.
Yeah.
Just by a hug or, a silly gesture or whatever. I am very silly outside of costume and inside of it. But just to watch somebody's eyes light up when you do something special for them.
That's cool.
And to not take it for granted.
Did you ever find yourself smiling inside the costume, even though no one could see your face?
Oh, absolutely. I smiled. I cried. I groaned. But yeah, there was lots of smiles, especially with the little ones, and they're just, mama, look at, I'm meeting them, or whatever it is. So it's very special.
All right. Maybe let's try to bridge the gap a little bit.
Okay.
So moved to California, took a job at Disneyland, worked there for 4.5 years. And now here we are in Boise, Idaho. What was after Disneyland? What was next for you?
So after Disneyland, I just worked at restaurants.
Okay.
And just trying to figure out who Laura was. It was my 20s, and I was just, what do I do with myself? Mm-hmm. And then I had my daughter, and I was like, I've got to get a career put together here. And so I went to school to be a sonographer.
A what?
An ultrasound tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I wasn't familiar with that word.
That's okay. It's the
went to school
word.
To be an ultrasound tech. Okay. Yeah. A stenographer?
Stenographer.
Is a stenographer, is that somebody that types in a courtroom?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a sonographer.
Got it.
But yeah, so I did ultrasounds. And then when I was graduating, everybody wanted 5 years plus for experience there. The market was saturated. I, went to school with 23 girls, I want to say. And
were you a single mom at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So I was trying to navigate through that. And then I had my friend who lived up here, and she's also a real estate agent. And I was just like looking at houses. I was like, man, look how cheap they are. Man, do you think they'd have jobs up there for ultrasound? She's like, absolutely. We're definitely in need of that kind of stuff. That it's growing here and there's not enough people covering all that. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, hey, Mom, look at this house. It would be perfect. We could go up there. And so she had told me, I have been thinking about moving back to Idaho for years. Okay. And I had never known that. And so it happened ridiculously fast.
Tell me more. How fast?
So she found the house. Well, I found the house. I showed it to her. She's like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. She's like, let's just see if they accept an offer. So she put the offer in. They accepted it, contingent upon the sale of the house in Orange County. And she was like, okay, we're putting the house on the market. I got to declutter and get it all ready. And I was like, okay, well, this is happening.
So your mom ended up moving down to Orange County with you? Yeah.
So she inherited a house in Orange County.
Okay.
My grandfather passed away, and so she moved. I had my own apartment and then moved in with her. Just save money.
Yep.
And she helps with my daughter.
Yep.
Well, helped with her.
Yep.
So, and so then she's like, okay. And then we got like 5 offers on her house in Orange County the first 3 days. She accepted one, and I was like, well, I guess
we're moving.
But I had to graduate college first.
Okay.
So we had 3 months where we just did a rent back, and they did a rent back because they weren't ready to move. So it worked out perfectly, as I could say, it probably all in God's hands. It was meant to be.
Amen.
So yeah, then it was, here we go to Idaho. And so that is how I met my husband. Going from all that is he moved us into our house.
Your husband moved you into your house?
In Eagle. Mm-hmm.
Like he was a mover?
No, my friend called a couple of her friends.
Okay.
And so they showed up.
So he was volunteering?
Yeah.
That's a very good sign of a good guy, probably. Somebody who helps somebody move that he doesn't even know who they are.
Yeah. He had no idea who we were. And I'll tell you, the first time I met him, I thought he was a weirdo. I even told my friend.
Because he was willing to help?
No, just some of the stuff he was talking about. I was like, that guy's a weirdo.
Where's he from?
He's from Eagle.
So he's born and raised in Idaho?
Well, he was born in Sacramento, but he moved here when he was like 8.
So
he's an Idahoan.
His upbringing is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was funny. I tell him, I was like, you were so weird. And he's like, I don't know. I just say weird things when I'm confused by people that I am attracted to.
So he was interested. You could tell.
No. I had just come out of a really bad relationship. I had no idea that he was interested. I just thought he was a weirdo. And I was no way.
He just thought you were attractive.
Yeah, I guess so. And I just was in no way, shape, or form ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
So I was just like, and then we'd made another trip back with the rest of the stuff, and he came again.
Okay.
And then at that point, I was more like, okay. And I was like, all right, well, that guy's pretty hot. So.
Oh. Interesting.
And he wasn't as weird. But he is still a weirdo. It's fine.
Was it, and this might be very personal, what about him were you interested in?
Well, he was willing to help. He came and did, moved us in. And then I had gotten this play thing for my daughter. And he came and helped build it. And he was very interested in getting to know her as well. And it just kind of happened.
Okay.
And it was never like do you want to go on a date? It was just kind of like one minute we knew each other. The next minute we had gone to get lunch while he was building the playset.
Yeah.
And he never left.
All right.
So that's pretty much our
that's
story.
A cool story.
How it goes.
Let's give public kudos to him. I mean, he was willing to serve, right? And he showed up to help you move in. He showed up another time. Sounds like he was engaging of your family, and that's obviously an important thing to you. As we already know, we kicked off the episode with that. So that's awesome. Remind me of his name.
Joey.
Joey, you already said that,
Yes.
so forgive me.
No, you're fine.
Joey, you sound like a great dude. Okay, so Joey's from here. You guys met. He helped you move into your house. Relationship formed, and now you guys are married.
Yep.
Okay, and you had a friend that was in the Boise area, right?
Yeah.
Close friend. Was she a friend from California or?
We worked at Disneyland together.
Okay, got it. And she moved to Idaho before
She
you
did.
then.
She moved a year before we did.
What was her motivation?
Well, she grew up here. She went to high school and everything in Eagle.
Really?
And so her and her husband just wanted to come back to the peace and quiet that Idaho had to provide versus Orange County's hustle and bustle and craziness.
So another person that was born and raised here moved to California and now has...
Well, she was actually born in California, and then her parents moved her here in high school, and then she went back to California.
Still some boomerang.
So there was
action
some
going on
back
there.
and forth, and
Yeah. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So your friend was in real estate at the time. Was she your agent then when you...
She was my mom's agent, yes.
Okay, because it was your mom's house.
Yes.
Makes sense. Cool. So I'm guessing that probably planted seeds for you to be interested in real estate, or did the real estate career come from a different motivation?
No, I think she had a good motivating factor in that aspect. You know, she was able to spend more time with her kids, you know, at home doing the things. She, you know, the flexibility and all of that.
Yeah.
And so that, I think, definitely planted a seed in that aspect.
Very good. Is she still in the business?
She is.
Oh, nice. What's her name?
Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that's probably your inspiration for getting into real estate. Obviously, your time at Disneyland and your time in restaurants. I've had this conversation with other people. What do you think about the restaurant industry as far as preparing you for other industries?
Well, it really teaches you how to serve people and to grow thicker skin.
That's fair.
Yes. So as I learned, you know, I did 10 years in restaurant business. When they're hungry, they're not always happy.
Hangry is a real thing.
Hangry is a very real thing. And so it's just learning that not everyone's going to be nice.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of the 25% rule?
No, what's that?
It's not restaurant specific. It's not even industry specific. It's just basically, hey, 25% of people are going to be for you. In other words, they want you to win at whatever you end up doing, right? Those are your competitive advantage people, right? They're in your corner. 25% of people are not going to like you, right? And they just, for whatever reason, we just aren't going to get along with everybody, and we rub each other the wrong way, right? So they're out in that 25%.
Yeah.
And then the other 50% of people are at best going to be indifferent to you. So the bummer is that, well, at least 75% of people are at best indifferent to us, right? So it's like, how do we identify and then spend our time giving value and nurturing the people in our top 25%, right? So obviously restaurant clientele, right? They're probably not in any percentage of yours whatsoever, right? I mean, they're just customers that are yours for probably
an hour,
right? Except for the repeat offenders, right?
There are a plenty of those.
Yeah, and we're creatures of habit, right?
Absolutely.
So did you have a ton of repeat offenders that come back and see you and want to sit in your section? And
I would have repeat people, or just there were also the repeat people that nobody wanted.
Oh, like we see them coming and don't put them in my section.
No. Yep. Or a Friday night and you know exactly what table they want, and everybody's like, we don't want that section.
Oh.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
But you always treat them with respect and kindness, even though they won't treat you the same.
Yeah. Okay, so 10 years in the restaurant business, you were probably happy to get out of it, is my guess.
Absolutely. I go to restaurants and I'm like, I'm so happy I am not in this world anymore.
Yeah. It can kind of be a little bit of a trap, right? Because the income can be pretty good, but then you're really a slave to the nights and weekends.
100%. And that was really hard for me.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially as a mom.
Yeah.
Or just as anyone that doesn't want to work nights and weekends. But the income might be too good to
You
leave it
can't miss
behind.
out on the nights and weekends because that's where the money's at.
Right. If you're in the restaurant business not working nights and weekends, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yep, exactly. Those are not the money-making days.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you left the restaurant business prior to leaving California, or you brought that with you?
I brought it with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was still new to sonography or ultrasound. So I
That's
had
right. So you graduated with that.
ultrasound. I got a job here, which was not the way I wanted it to go, but it was still something.
Mhm.
And so then I in turn had that and then the restaurant. So I was doing those 2 jobs.
Got it. So what was the first restaurant job you had here in town?
The Chateau in Eagle.
Still open?
Yeah.
Is that the one that's just kind of south of Eagle High School?
Yeah, it's what can I think of?
It's like an event center
Yeah.
or something like that?
Camille Beckman.
Okay.
The little lotion place.
Yeah.
So it's right behind there.
Yeah.
They do the weddings, the afternoon teas and all of that.
Kind of like kitty corner to Salt and Light Coffee, right?
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh,
got it. Okay.
exactly.
I've never turned right there and driven back in.
Yeah, it's a
little-
gorgeous venue. And so I did wedding events and birthdays and all of that. And then the Wednesday tea
Okay.
that they have.
Cool.
Yeah.
So worked there, and then you had another job as well while you were waiting for your ultrasound tech position to become available? Or
No, it was still available. I was doing both.
Oh, you're doing both.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. What'd you think of ultrasound tech? Was that a good career move for you?
I really loved it. It was a really good time most of the time. Then after some time, I did just pregnancies. So, and there is downsides to pregnancy as well that can happen.
Sure.
And some days it was back to back bad news.
Oh,
And it was really hard to turn off the emotion.
yeah.
And I myself at that time had lost a pregnancy.
Ooh, yeah, that hits close to home then.
Yeah. So sitting there doing the ultrasounds, I mean, one day it was 3, like back to back. And I was just like, how do you turn off the emotion and not show it? And
Yeah.
so it was really hard for me. It took a big toll on me, especially after my loss. And then we got pregnant with our middle child. And then after I had him, it was, now I have 2. I'm always gone and I'm really far away for work if anything happens. And as moms go, we think of all the worst things that could happen when we're away. So
Were you married at this point?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
So who was helping with childcare? Was it your mom?
It was my mom and my husband.
Okay.
Well, not my husband yet, but
Got
yeah.
it. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So he was so new to it.
Got it.
He's
But
just like,
this would have been Joey's child.
yes,
correct?
this is
Okay.
Joey's child. Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay. And that was a little boy who's now 8?
4.
4. I'm sorry.
You're
Bad
okay.
math.
It's all
12, 4, and 1.
good. Yes,
Okay. So you still have very little kids at home.
I do.
Got it. So this ultrasound tech position must have been somewhat recent then.
4 years ago.
So not all that long ago.
Nope.
But-
And mind you, I was still doing real estate too.
Okay. But we haven't even really broached that
Yeah.
topic yet. So when did real estate start?
So real estate started 7 years ago. So 2019,
And when did you move to Idaho?
2017.
2017. Oh, that's the same year we moved here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got into mortgage in 2018. So
Okay.
our stories are not
Very
all that.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you started real estate in 2019 after getting here in 17. And that was just couldn't sit still, needed another side hustle. Was that what did
Well,
you get out of the restaurant industry for real estate? Or?
No.
Okay. So you had 3
So
things
I
going.
had 3 things going. And the goal was, real estate, I can be home. And at that time, I just had my daughter. And I was really struggling with missing all the things because, here I am working these 2 jobs. Got real estate thinking it'd be easy.
So speak to the other agents that might be watching, or not the other agents. Speak to the people that might be watching that might think real estate's easy.
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
So it's very eye-opening on the aspect of this is your business. This is nobody else's business.
Right.
You have to run it. You have to go out and find the business. It's not going to get handed to you. If it does, it's very rare.
And maybe suspect.
Yes. And you have to work hard. And with me, like I came in, I was like, okay, so I'll work these until my real estate business takes off. And again, I'm looking at all these different brokerages and I'm like, oh, I'll join a team. Oh, their splits are so expensive. Now, 7 years in, I understand why the splits are. And absolutely, to grow my business, I should have done that at the very beginning. because I probably wouldn't have had to have 3 jobs for as long as I did. But also the first year, it was so hard that after the first 4 deals I did in 4 months, I wasn't sure if I wanted to still do it. Not only because of learning how the contracts go, sales, listings. I did a first sale by owner, like a new build. Like I had everything in the first 4 months that I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the aspect of not all agents are kind to you when you're learning.
Kind of like restaurant clientele.
Exactly.
When they're hungry.
They're hungry. They're not nice. So I really had to take a step back and see if I wanted to be treated like that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is a sharky business. Holy cannoli. I didn't know it was going to be like that.
Yeah. Knowing what you know now, 7 years later, would you still do it?
100%.
What would you tell your 2019 self?
To listen to that team that wanted to take you on and do it.
Opportunity missed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not the first. So when the first brokerage I went to, I don't think it was a good fit for me. It's absolutely a good fit for certain people, but it wasn't for me. But I had talked to other teams, and had I taken it, I think it would have grown my business a little more, but I just was so green and not sure what to do and got so burned that I just was like, I don't know.
Did you come into real estate with a side hustle mindset, or did you come into this, I want to make this my full-time career?
I really, I can't say I wanted it to be my career. I thought, maybe this could be my career. Yeah. But coming from, Disneyland and restaurants, and it was in stenography, like
obviously the next logical step is real estate, right?
Exactly. I mean, come on. It just, I think it was a way I was like, I can do this and be home with my babies and it'll be okay. Like it's something that I can, if I need to take my children with me, it's okay.
I know a guy who does.
Yeah, I know a gal who does.
He's a great guy. He's always got his baby girl like in the front pack.
Oh, I love that so much.
So.
Yep. I tell my clients too, hey, I am a family woman. My children may come with me. If that's not for you, I can direct you to someone else. But this is how I run my business. I've never had anybody say no, but I put that in the forefront. Like, listen, they may have to come. Will they come to a signing? No. But
I mean, some of the signing rooms have a kid section.
They do, but I am still one of those.
Those are more for the buyer's kids, though, probably.
Where
agents'
are they?
Kids.
But yeah, so I don't think it started out as what I would want for my career. Today, absolutely. This is what I'm meant to do. Yeah. And this is what God has led me to, 100%.
That's awesome.
And he is showing me every day this is where I'm supposed to be.
Tell me more about that. What's he showing you?
Well, just in the aspect of calming my mind with anxiety and stress. And, it used to be such a stress for me with doing contracts. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I messed something up. Oh, I have to be there for this. I have to do this, like all the things. And he has absolutely lined it out to where I am now getting referrals and people are calling me like, hey, I have a family member. I have this, and it's just kind of landing in my lap versus how hard I had to work to get things before.
Sure.
And at that point, it really wasn't, I wasn't even sure, but I wasn't listening. I was just like, oh, I need money.
Yeah.
We're broke. And so I think once getting more in line with God and leaning on him completely instead of being like, oh, we're broke. Oh my gosh. I don't know where the next dinner's going to come from. I don't know. Like it's okay. It's going to come and he'll provide as long as I keep relying on him and trusting him.
Yeah. Provocative question. And I think I know the answer to it. Does relying on him and trusting in the Lord mean just sitting back and waiting for a deal to fall in your lap? Or
No.
Okay.
It is hard work.
Okay. And I was going to fill in that blank for you. I'm sure you were going to answer that way.
Yes.
But I feel the same way about my business, right? It's like, yes, I trust the Lord for the results and I'm grateful for the fruit that's out there. But I think he does call us to, there's a field there. Let's plow that field. All right. Now we're going to plant some seed there. Okay. Now you're going to water it. And then I'm going to give you some sun and I'll give you some rain. But ultimately, it's like a farmer can't just look at a field and say, give me a crop of corn, right? They are certainly on the receiving end of the common grace of God, but there's a heck of a lot of work that goes into it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I can absolutely say it's 7 years of hard work that has gotten me to where this is my sole income. This is my career. And this is what I absolutely love doing.
I love hearing that. Congratulations. That's really cool. So maybe didn't go about it the right way initially.
No, I did not.
Okay.
There was a lot of lost Laura. I was like, well, let's try 3 paths. That'll be great. He's up there like, all right, she'll figure it out. But yeah, it was just time and effort and finally just letting it go and giving it over.
Okay. But still tons of hard work.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
But not in like, I want to cry and have anxiety. Like I said, that's been lifted from most aspects.
Yeah.
You know, I am ready to go and hit the ground running and help first-time homebuyers who have no idea what they're doing but are so excited to buy a home, and I can guide them and lead them and make them feel safe and secure in this purchase and know that they're not going to be house poor and that they're not going to call me in 2 years and be like, we don't know what we're going to do. We're losing our house.
Yeah. Speak to that 28-year-old single mom that says, Laura got into real estate and did it successfully. What would you tell her?
Don't give up.
Should she get started?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She should 100% get started because it's going to open doors she never thought she could have.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
Join that team.
Yeah.
Practically speaking.
Rely on people that were offering help instead of being scared to. But that comes a lot with, past traumas.
Sure.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice.
Yeah.
All right. So rewinding a little bit, got into this business 7 years ago, went about it the best way you thought you could, right? God was gracious in letting you screw up and make decisions that maybe weren't the best. Fast forward to where we are today, and it's still a very hard job, but you feel like you're operating in the grace of the Lord, right?
Mm-hmm,
where
absolutely.
He's giving you peace and He's helping your business to flourish and to grow. And you've publicly said, hey, credit to God for that, right?
All glory goes to Him
Which
because
is awesome.
I'm just, doing His work.
Yeah. When you moved here back in 2017, were you walking with the Lord at that time? Okay.
Absolutely not.
Got it. I was going to ask if church was part of your community at that point in time, but it wasn't.
No. I grew up very religious.
Okay.
And I stepped away from that.
Okay. Where'd your community come from when you first moved back here?
Well, my one friend that was real estate, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
She still is my best friend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Our kids are best friend. That's
fun. So when did you first meet this gal?
2008.
Brittany?
Yeah. 2008 at
2008.
Disneyland.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have had a pretty long-standing friendship, 18 years.
Yeah. Oy.
That's cool.
Lots of changes, lots of heartbreak, lots of...
So moved toward a friend and brought your mom, so you weren't totally alone.
No. And then I did know people here already because I grew up in Pocatello.
Yeah.
So a lot of those people moved here.
And moved over to Boise.
And a lot of them were also people that I knew from my past religion who were not walking that way anymore.
Got it.
And then, of course, my husband's friends.
Yep. Very good.
So, but now we've been here 8.5 years. I have a whole community of wonderful friends. And it's not like there's a lot of them. They're just good quality people to have in my life.
Yeah.
That are there to cheer me on.
So do you work with many relocation people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We all do, right?
Absolutely.
Lots of people still want to come here.
As you've talked to a couple of them yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you recommend for them from a community standpoint? How does somebody find community when they move to a new place?
I think it's really looking into what brings you joy and happiness and finding that community, whether it be people who like to go outdoors or if it is your church community. I'm always talking with my clients. I don't hide the fact that I am a godly woman, and they know. And I even tell them, I said, do you pray? It's time to pray about this house.
Amen. Let's go.
And most of them say yes, and that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But, there's some like, no, not really. And it's fine. I'm not going to be pushy on that's how you get your figure out. But I really think it is there's so much to do here, and there's so many different communities that you can really latch onto people. I had one client that moved here from California back in October, and just moving into their neighborhood, everybody is friends in the neighborhood. They all came out and they're like, hey, so even in that aspect, I think it's a different world here where so many people want to be in a community next to your neighbors. Obviously, it's not every neighborhood's going to be like that, but they were really happy to that was where they were placed.
It's probably almost universally true that whoever is relocating here, most people aren't going to relocate here for work, maybe rarely, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're probably looking for a better life, right?
Yep. Well, I do have quite a few from Micron happening.
Sure, that makes sense. Where are a lot of those folks coming from?
I had like 3 from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tech jobs in Texas for sure.
Yeah. Was one from Colorado.
Got it.
Yeah. So but mainly it is, they just want, a lot of people work from home. So they're like, I don't have to stay here. I can be here and still do the same job.
Yeah. And you're part of Rock Harbor. That's correct?
Correct.
So am I.
I love that. It's a great church and a great community. Even though it's so big, I absolutely have found that it is my people. I serve and I go to the women's study groups on Wednesdays, and I have multiple little community groups that I've made throughout the years. And I only started going there 3 years ago. That's really when my walk with God came back.
Awesome.
So our relationship is blooming again.
Love it. Yeah, Rock Harbor is a huge church. Mm-hmm. That's a point of criticism, I think, for Rock Harbor, for sure. Yeah. It's not maybe the right fit for everybody. Do you have any advice for somebody that may try out Rock Harbor and say, oh, it's too big for me?
Big. I really say, start serving.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. It's perfect. It's like we planned it.
Hey, and we did it.
Yeah. How do you make a large community or a large church feel small? I think exactly that. Mm-hmm. It's find a place to serve, find your people.
Absolutely.
Find a small group, and all of a sudden you're not just one of thousands and thousands of people. You're one of a few people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've done. I have a small group that I meet with on Mondays, and then I have my Dwell, and then from Dwell, I made relationships with a couple other people, and we do a Friday study too.
It's awesome.
So, and being able to fit all that in and still run my business, I can make it happen.
Love it.
Calendar. Has to be through the calendar.
Yeah, you and me both. I think most of us at this stage of life, if we're not operating by a calendar, you're losing. Let me just say it that way. It's so much easier to say, okay, just slot things in and then start to execute what's already there, as opposed to, I remember my younger spontaneous self was very averse to calendaring things because I was like, then I feel tied up and I can't be spontaneous. But there's so much freedom, I think, in just being thoughtful and planning and slotting things in where they belong. So good stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thrilled that you took some time out of your schedule to come and share some of your story with us. And I'm sure there's a lot more that we didn't unpack, but we shared a lot with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the goal is that any of these conversations would help people get to know you a little bit. And we believe wholeheartedly that people will want to work with who they know, who they like, and who they trust. Mm-hmm. So somebody that just watched this episode, they might think they know you a little bit. They probably would be able to say, oh, I like her. Now, they probably don't know if they can trust you, right? But that's where relationship
absolutely
kind of would at least have a place to start from. What's the best way that somebody listening to this says, I want to get in touch with Laura? What's the best way for them to do that?
Honestly, through a phone call or a text.
Okay.
Is like the best way.
Perfect. Is
it okay? You can absolutely message me on Facebook.
Okay.
But if you want fast response, my phone's on me all the time.
Perfect. Would it be okay if we put your phone number on the screen?
Absolutely.
Why don't you spit that out for us?
It's 208-369-8511.
Perfect. Laura, we really appreciate your time. I really am thrilled getting to hear some of your story. I hope that this was an honoring opportunity for you, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
I thought this was awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You bet.
Thanks.